What's up guys, my name is HJ and today I'm going to bring you my list of the most anticipated games for the PlayStation 4 for 2014. Now this is going to be a list based on my opinions, and when I say that it's a PS4 list, it doesn't necessarily mean that the games are PS4 exclusive, it simply means that they are available on the PS4. So on this list you won't find Titanfall or any other Xbox One exclusives releasing this year, but other than that, let's get right into the list. Starting off at number 5 is going to be a game that I don't think many of you will know too much about. It's basically the Order 1886. Now, the Order 1886 is being developed by Ready at Dawn and Sony Santa Monica, and is obviously being published by Sony. It's an action-adventure game set in 1886, or thereabouts, and it's basically, you are... I can't really figure out how to put this. I believe you are knights or something like that, just around there, and you're defending basically the human race against half-breeds, which are a cross between humans and animals, basically is what they were attempting for this. And in my opinion, it just looks like a very interesting game. It's something that I haven't seen done before, and it seems like something that could really draw a large crowd if it got enough exposure. At the moment, I really don't think that Sony have done too much to promote the game. However, when I saw the trailer for it, I thought it looked absolutely amazing, and I am very excited for this game. Next on my list is The Division, which is being both developed and published by Ubisoft. The Division, as most of you will know, is a third-person MMO action role-playing game, basically where disease has spread throughout the USA and has thrown it into chaos. I believe it's spread on a Black Friday in the game, and you are part of the Strategic Homeland Division, or the Division for short, where you basically are fighting to combat the threat and save what remains of New York City, I believe is where it's set. This game also looks very interesting, something that we haven't seen done before, and just the overall gameplay footage that we've seen with what was released at E3, he closed the damn door. Everybody was going off about that, and I think that that is absolutely awesome. You get to close the door when you are taking cover behind a car. No, nothing more needs to be said. It looks like an amazing game. It's on the Snowdrop engine, which I believe is a new engine, or if not, I really haven't seen any games that have been using it. But yeah, The Division really does look like something that a lot of people, like the Order 1886, will get into, and I know there's been a lot of hype about it so far. Coming in at number 3 is Sniper Elite 3. Basically, again, this is being developed by Rebellion and being published by 505 Games. There's not too much that we know about this game. What we know is that it's set in North Africa, and from what the developers have been saying is that it's more of a sandbox shooter, where scenarios are more believable than previous games. That's basically what they're going for. The reason that I'm excited for this is basically because of Sniper Elite V2. That game was absolutely amazing on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and I can only hope that they build on that with Sniper Elite 3, and hopefully they make it as enjoyable as what Sniper Elite V2 was. Coming in at number 2 is Thief. Now, Thief, don't know how to pronounce this damn studio's name. I think it's Eidos or Eidos, something like that, Montreal. It's being published by Square Enix, and basically it's a stealth game, which is the 4th installment of the Thief series. This is a reboot after 10 years of basically nothing from the Thief series, and in this game you will control Garrett, who is a master thief, as he intends to steal from the rich, and basically the old Robin Hood type scenario that you have there. In this game, the thing that really appeals to me is the fact that it is a stealth game. I'm very interested in stealth games. It's probably my favourite genre, and the thing that's really appealed to me is the fact that they have stated that violence is a last resort, so stealth is essential. And while I do get sometimes frustrated at stealth games, I would like more of a combat element in there. I really think that basically the way that they're developing this game, and from what we've seen so far, it does look very good, and Square Enix, as we know, they don't get behind games unless they are very good, so hopefully Thief comes out, doesn't disappoint anybody. Number 1, most of you will have this at number 1 on your list too, from what I have seen. Plenty of people have it, and most of you would have already guessed it. It is Watch Dogs. Now, for any of you who don't know or have been living under a rock, have been in a coma, or dropped dead and came back to life, Watch Dogs is an open-world action-adventure game which is set in Chicago. Basically, you will be playing as a vigilante named Adam Pierce, and in this game you will use hacking abilities and the world around you to solve objectives and basically choose whether you want to be a good or a bad guy. So you can hack into ATM systems, into people's phones to get their information, or you can attempt to fight crime with the abilities that you have and basically using your hacking skills to do good. Again, it's pretty much like a Robin Hood scenario if you want to go that route. I will probably become a bit more evil than that and attack the poor because I like watching the world burn. So basically that's my top 5 games for 2014, or the ones that I'm most excited about. I am going to give out some honourable mentions. We'll start off at the bottom and work our way up to the games that were very, very close to making the top 5. But basically, lower down on the list is The Crew, which is being released, published by Ubisoft, I believe. It is a racing game. Basically, the thing that gets me about The Crew is how big the world is. Apparently it takes 2 hours to get from one side of the map to the other, and it covers the entire US. UFC 2014, not much needs to be said about that. It looks like an amazing fighting game. It looks like the best that we have ever seen. Any of those WWE fanboys who say that their games are the best, I will punch you. Probably repeatedly. I don't care if I get sent to jail for that. UFC 2014 just looks like an amazing game. Uncharted, I really haven't seen too much about that game, but I am excited for it. I've played every Uncharted so far. I never got to finish Uncharted 3, but 1 and 2 I did finish, and they were amazing games. Wolfenstein: The New Order, I saw gameplay of this at the EB Expo, and it looked absolutely amazing. It's good to see a reboot in the Wolfenstein series after the original, which was released yonks ago, before I was born, I believe. Most people would have this on their list too, which Destiny. I believe that's being developed by Bungie. It looks amazing as well from what we saw at E3. The thing about all of these games is we saw them at E3 last year and they looked really good. The thing is, they've had an extra year to develop these games, so I can only imagine what they look like now, how well they'd play. Next on the list, Middle-earth: Shadows of Mordor. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a massive Lord of the Rings fan, so that's the reason that gets an honourable mention. I'm really excited for that game. And the two that came really close to making it onto my top 5 list were The Elder Scrolls Online and Dying Light. Elder Scrolls Online I'll talk about first, basically taking the worlds of Oblivion, Morrowind, and what was the last one? Skyrim, putting them together, making it online. Great idea, I don't know why they haven't done it sooner. The only reason that this is outside of my list is because I am a cheap bastard and they want me to pay a subscription fee after buying the game itself, and I'm really against that. I figure if you want to make people pay for a game, make them pay for the subscription or make them pay up front. Don't make them pay both, because that is a really bad payment method, and I think it's going to lose a lot of sales for Bethesda. I really don't think that that's going to appeal to too many people. But other than that, Elder Scrolls game, do I need to say more? And Dying Light, pretty much parkour zombie game. I know the zombie market's been overflowing for the last few years, but Dying Light looks like it's taking a step in a different direction. Basically with the movement mechanics of Mirror's Edge, along with basically your zombie combat and things like that. It looks like a really good game, and looks like it actually has some pretty decent horror elements to it, unlike most zombie games, which is basically run, kill, don't get eaten. But other than that, that's my list for 2014 of the games that I'm excited about. Leave your most excited games down in the comments section, not the fucking description. But yeah, if you're excited about any games 2014, leave them down in the comments. That's if anybody watches this video. If you've watched it up till now, then good on you. Honestly, it went for a lot longer than I thought. I was hoping to only make this 6 minutes, but it's gone for 10. Oh well, you get that. Until next time, guys, my name is HJ. Goodbye.